Hello and welcome to 4P at CC, the proud presentation puppet players brought to you by Barbara Bush at Cypress Creek, a branch of the Harris County Public Library, proudly present Merchant of Venus. Venus. No, Venus. Act 2.
A knight of the table round should be invincible.
Like wrong Lancelot.
What?
You aren't an Arthurian knight, you're Lancelot Gobbo.
Or good Lancelot, or good Gobbo, or indeed good Lancelot Gobbo.
Employee of the merchant Shylock.
And you are Jessica, Shylock's daughter.
And this is Shylock, who the audience met in Act 1. And now that we've introduced everybody, can we get to the point?
What is the point?
Well, I'm as corny as Kansas in August.
If I can't be an Arthurian knight, then you don't get to be a World War II nurse.
Fine. Whatever. I have fallen in love with the merchant Antonio.
But Shylock hates Antonio.
Oh, hate is such a strong word. Shylock and Antonio are totes rivals. They sometimes steal each other's business opportunities, but, they're both merchants. That's how I met Antonio. Besides, I don't choose my love based on, what my parents want. I choose my love based on a mathematical calculation of maximized future happiness.
I don't think that's how love works.
What kind of an idiot would just leave these decisions up to random selections of chests? I still don't understand why you leave these decisions up to random selections of chests. Well, it's not random. The Prince of Sirius chose gold. Classic materialist move. I'm a time traveler. I don't have time for people who are just in it for things. You just said you're a time traveler. Doesn't that mean you have all of the time? Yeah, bad choice of words. Anyway, I've got another suitor coming. Didn't I just have one of those last act? Anyway, I have to go get a cat out of a Triassic-era tree. What's the big deal about a cat in a tree? Well, it's a cat as in the tractor brand, and a dinosaur is about to eat the operator. Okay, I'll go take care of the chest-choosing thing.
All right, boss. I've managed to take care of all the paperwork and logistics and everything from losing the Jurassic Pork account. Hey, do you know why we keep losing people?
It's the bad publicity from the radiation shield thing.
Oh, you mean where you built that fleet of spaceships and then their radiation shields failed?
It's not my fault the stupid pilots decided to fly straight through the ultramagnetic rings of Jupiter.
Well, you could have built better shields just in case.
If I'd spent money on better shields, then someone else would have been able to underbid me, and they would have gotten the business and built the ships with the bad shields. I was just unlucky.
Well, the people in the spaceships were really unlucky.
And now Antonio is getting so much of my business, it could just as easily have been one of Antonio's low bids that went bad.
You know, I just can't do this anymore.
Can't do what?
I think I need to find a job somewhere else.
But why?
I don't want to be responsible for the next time something like this happens.
We aren't responsible. It's the ones who make the rules. Whatever the rules are, there will always be a merchant who gets the job by doing only what they have to.
I'm sorry, but I have to live with myself. I'll go work for another merchant.
Antonio would have done exactly the same thing. has done exactly the same thing.
Well, I'm going to go see if I can get a job working for Bassanio. I'm not in love with Antonio like Jessica is.
Jessica is what now? Welcome, stranger. I am Aragorn, the troubadour. What's a troubadour?
You know, a troubadour. It's like a kind of bard.
A kind of bird?
A kind of bard. I sing while knights joust and princes rule and peasants work the fields. I sing to remind everyone of the things that are important and the history we must learn from.
Oh, that's lovely. And it says right here that you are from the 8th century?
Indeed, I'm an 8th century bard.
An 8th century bird?
An 8th century bard.
Okay, so you know the rules. You choose the chest that properly aligns with gaining the hand of the fair Portia, and if you choose wrong, you have agreed to have your memory erased and be sent back to the 8th century.
That is no problem, because I will not choose wrong. Gold and silver are beautiful on the outside, but like the Martian...
How do you know about Martians?
I read a book. Books have stories, and bards love good stories.
Birds love good stories?
Bards love stories. Okay, so too many people just look at what's on the outside, but it is that within that matters. Lead may not be as flashy, but it is still lovely in its own way, and more importantly, it is strong through and through. Just like Portia, who is filled with strength and character. I choose lead. Ha! You in the audience thought I was going to choose silver, didn't you? Psych!
Okay, so lead. Final answer?
Yes, indeed. Now let's see what's in that chest. I'm an unlessoned one, unschooled, unpracticed. Happy in this, I am not yet so old, but that I may learn. Happier than this, I am not yet so dull, but that I can learn. Happiest of all is that my gentle spirit commits itself to yours, to be directed as from my lord, my governor, my king. Is that what you want to hear? Yes, indeed. Gag me with a leaden spoon. I'm not some puppet. Well, I am a puppet, but not like that. So lead was the wrong choice? Lead was the wrong choice. I'm losing my best employee, Lancelot Gobbo, or good Lancelot, or good Gobbo, or indeed good Lancelot Gobbo, to the merchant Bassanio. I am losing businesses, much of it to the merchant Antonio, and now Antonio is even stealing my own daughter? This does not please me. Antonio is no better a person than I. If only I wasn't the one with the bad luck. Beep. What is that? The sound of my computer beeping? There is a new news report. New news? Computer, what is the new news? This just in. A fleet of transport ships supplying oxygen to Venus have been damaged in the asteroid belt and lost all cargo. More bad luck. This means oxygen will become more expensive for me to supply. Wait, computer, who did this fleet belong to? The ships belong to the merchant Antonio. You can't tell because I'm a puppet, but I am smiling widely right now. Thank you for joining us today. We look forward to seeing you next week. Until then, keep on reading.